It's our great pleasure to introduce our great friend, a partner of mine at Agent Academy, and one of the world's greatest contributors to our industry. Enjoy him. He's a true gift. Bill Pipes.
Bill Pipes.
What is up, crew? How you doing? Are you feeling alive? I'm sorry, are you feeling alive? Are you feeling excited right now? Are you feeling full of energy? Stand up, everyone stand up, stand up, stand up, stand up right now. Put a big smile on your face. I know some of you had some fun last night. Some of you enjoyed yourself. Did you guys get some good stuff yesterday? Yes or yes? So with all the energy that you can muster right now, with a big smile on your face, I want you to look at the person that you're standing next to, and I want you to look at them in the eyes and go, baby, I'm alive, I'm excited, and I'm full of energy, and give the people around you a high five. Go for it right now. Yes. That's how we start day number 2. Grab your seats, grab your seats. Super excited to have the opportunity to be here with you guys today, launching this whole conversation about production. We all know this, guys. The market isn't shifting, it has shifted. I've been talking about this since September of last year. We started seeing the changes, we started seeing the adjustments, right? I actually thought I got it wrong in January because all of a sudden the market came back in December. How many of you guys noticed that? And I thought, oh man, I got it wrong. And then all of a sudden, March, April came around. I went, there it is. And what happened at that time is I watched agent after agent have a constriction where their buttocks went like this. Oof. Someone moved my cheese. What am I going to do? I got call after call. Pipes, man, what do I need to do? What do I need to change? See, I've been in this industry now for 25 years. Conducted over 100,000 coaching sessions, 55,000 hours devoted to contributing to people to help them have a business that they love and a life that just lights them up. Turn to your partner and go, I'm lit up right now, baby. So when you see this, that the market isn't shifting, it's shifted, you could be in 3 different camps. Number 1, you could be like, holy crap, man, it's a lot harder, it's a lot tougher, I don't know what I'm gonna do, what I need to change, etc. You could be number 2, you've made some changes, but you haven't done it with velocity. There's still some things that you need to do. Or number 3, you could be like my coaching clients, the people that I work with, and they're like this, my friends. Yes! Bring it on. We've been waiting for this. How many of you are so damn excited that we are in the market that we're in right now? Some of you were clapping like this. Oh shit, where's my next commission check? Here's what I want you to recognize. I got you for 25 minutes, 22 minutes, and 9 more seconds. By the end of the time that we're done, I want you lit up, I want you inspired, and I want you chomping at the bit to be able to go back to your marketplace to become the 10%. We're going to talk about this. The 10% that don't just survive this shift, because we're in it for a while. Do you guys get that? Okay, we're in this for 3 to 4 years. Turn to your partner right now and go, 3 to 4 years, baby. That's what all the data says. And here's what I want you excited about. Take a look at this, my friends. Last recession, the big one, 2008, 17% increase in the number of millionaires. Let me just pause there for a second. When the market was going bananas, in a bad way, when the economy was on its ear, driven by stupid decisions in real estate and mortgage, there was still a growth of 17% of the millionaires. Turn to your partner and go, you're next. And the existing millionaires increased their income or their net worth by 19%. My friends, a recession does not mean your business goes backwards. A recession, which we're in right now. Do you guys get that? We are currently in a recession. Own it, absorb it, take it on, and recognize that the opportunity that you're going to have is an opportunity that you will probably never, ever see again in your career. Do you guys get that? I'm good. Let's get to it. Now, why did they do this? Think about this. 17% that actually became millionaires, 19% growth in net worth. Here's what happened. Number one, they educated themselves. Isn't that why you're here? Yes or no? Okay, good. Number two, they made adjustments to their model. Are you doing that right now? As you're going through today, you're going to hear a lot about production. And what I invite you to do is embrace, to take on, to rip off, to duplicate, to deploy everything, or pick the ones that you're going to use for yourself. They double down. This is big. What does number 3 say? They double down on the fundamentals of their business. Right now, my friends, as a coach, I'm busier than I've ever been. I got more people calling me than people are like, I want to coach with you, I want to do this. I'm like, hey, I'm sorry, I'm full, right? And why is that? Because right now, people are like, Pipes, we need fundamentals. We have to get back to the grit, the grind, the determination, the discipline, the strategies, right? Turn to your partner and just growl at them right now on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Got to get back to the fundamentals. They acted quickly. They acted quickly and they acted decisively. Jeremy, they acted quickly and they acted decisively. They did not wait for something to happen. They made something happen. That's what I want you to recognize right now, my friends, is that we are not in a party market. If you went out and partied last night, enjoy it. It should be the last time that you do it for a while. I hope you tied it on really good. We are in a ponder, right, and a put into work market. Does that make sense, guys and gals? Say yes. That's what these guys did. That's what these men and women did to be able to actually move forward. Should you be afraid? Turn to your partner and give them your I'm afraid look on the count of 3. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Give them the Let me flip the narrative on you for a second, my friends. Let me flip the narrative on you for a second. A couple months ago, NAR, National Association of Realtors, came out and said that they expect in the next 24 to 30 months, that there will be 25 to 30% of the existing agent population that will actually be gone. I want you to write that down. Well, hold on, it could be you. That's 1 in 3. Do me a favor, look to the person to the left of you. Now look to the person to the right of you. Based upon the data, one of you's gone. Choose which one it is. Is it you? Is it you? It's not me. No way. Why is that? Because they aren't making changes. They aren't adjusting their model. They aren't going back to the fundamentals. You should be afraid only if you do not have the skills. This is a skill. Write this down. We are in a skill-based market where what you say, how you say it, matters. How you present to be able to get someone to be able to actually list their property at a price that will cause it to sell. To be able to convince a buyer that right now is a great time to buy. Is it a great time to buy, my friends? Yes or no? It's better than it's ever been in the last 2 or 3 years. We're going to talk about that in a second. Number 2, you should be afraid if you don't and haven't developed the disciplines for this market, or you don't have a clear strategy of what you need to do. Today you're going to get the strategy. Dan talked about it here. VFig talked about it as well too. What you've got to do is go back and be disciplined to be able to execute what it is that you're learning here today. Now today I only have you guys for about 15, 16, 17 more minutes. Normally I'd have you for 3 days. So I'm going to go fast, I'm going to go furious, I'm going to ask you to write as quickly as you possibly can, because I want to give you what I think and have found with all the people that I coach. Now the individuals that I coach right now, the average person is pacing about 476 million in terms of production. Now I share that with you not to impress you. You don't need to woo-woo. I share that with you for you to recognize everything that I'm going to share with you today is exactly what I'm drilling in their faces on a regular basis for themselves and their teams. Does that make sense, guys? And if it's good for 476, should it be good for you? Yes or no? Turn to your partner and go, he's so talking to me right now, baby. Here's the market we're in. Skills, discipline, and strategy. What is the number one skill? What is the number one discipline? And what is the number one strategy? Over the course of the last 27 years of me being involved inside this space of real estate, coaching, training, running my own team, having a mortgage company, what I found is this, is the best businesses are prospecting based and marketing enhanced. We got that shit flipped the last 2 or 3 years. You guys realize that? It was simple, it was easy. Answer the phone, get in the car, meet at the house, open the door, write up an offer. Okay, it didn't get accepted. Handle that buyer's frustration. Do that 2, 3, 4 times, and you are succeeding in real estate. How many of you guys can recognize that that was an unreal market? Raise your hand, say aye. Here's the challenge. How many of you have been in the business for less than 10 years? Get them up high, get them up high. It's about, Brent, 85% of the entire room. The challenge that you guys have is this. You don't know what a normal market is. All that you know is up, 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 until the last 45, 60, 80, 90, 6 months. Does that make sense, guys? Now listen to me. You weren't wrong for what you were doing. If you weren't prospecting, it wasn't a bad thing. You had so much business that your job was to be able to follow up with the leads that you actually had so that you could actually convert them over. There was no need, and I know this sounds weird from me who is someone that advocates prospecting like a beast. There was no need, Gail, for you to prospect because you had a line of people that were lined up saying, hey, please take me out. I'm ready to buy. Your friends, family members, everyone had FOMO. They didn't want to miss out. Right or wrong, group? Say yes. But that shifted. And now you've got to do at least an hour a day. Everyone, say this. Put a big smile on your face. Sit up straight in your chair right now. Turn to your partner and just tell them, I love to prospect, so I do it every single day. Are you ready? 1, 2, 3. Wow. Some of you need to work on your body language with that because I saw a lot of this. I love to prospect, so I do it every single day. Right? What I will tell you is this. This market is not a market of choice. This market is a market of action. I'll say that again. This is not a market of choice. You have no choice on whether you're going to prospect or not. Actually, you do, right? Because the market, Brent and I have been talking about this, the market will discipline you if you do not discipline yourself. Do you guys get that? The market will discipline you. And the way the market disciplines you is through loss of business. How the market disciplines you is loss of transactions. How the market disciplines you, one of the 30%. Does that make sense, guys? Now, I assume something about all of you. If you're in this room, the assumption is this. My assumption is that you're not part of that 30%. Make sense, guys? Okay? And that you're not part of the 60 to 70%, excuse me, the 60% that's just going to get by. Do you realize that? There's 60%, Drew, of the entire market of real estate agents that are going to make some subtle changes and maybe they'll get by. But you're part of the 10%, aren't you? I'm sorry, are you part of the 10%? The 10% that shoots out of a frickin' cannon and people go, where the hell did she come from? They have how many agents? Their team grew by how much? That's who you are. Turn to your partner and go, that's who I am. But if you're going to be that person, you've got to prospect. This is what I'm doing with every single person that I coach right now. I call it the 3x5 plan. The 3x5 plan, proven strategy. Every single day, what I recommend that you do, what I challenge you to do, what I demand if I was coaching you that you do, is you're going to contact 5 people every single day that you know. I'm going to talk to you in a second about what you need to say to them. Number 2, you're going to contact 5 people that you don't know. And then you're going to follow up and speak to 5 leads a day. That entire process, everyone say 3x5 on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. That 3x5 plan will take you about an hour and a half. Now, for some of you, how many of you have a challenge prospecting an hour to 2 hours a day? Raise your hand, say aye. Okay, do me a favor, grab your partner's hand and put it up in the air for them right now. They are lying. So you may not get there overnight, but I would say over the course of the next 90 days, you make this commitment that you're going to move to an hour, hour and a half, 3x5. 5 I know, 5 I don't know, and 5 people that I've talked to previously that I'm looking to actually get an appointment with. And what will you say? Well, The number one source of all of our clients at Agent Academy's business is past clients in Sphere. How many of you love your past clients in Sphere? Raise your hand, say aye. Beautiful. You have a responsibility. A responsibility. Your number one skill that you need to develop is an ability to be able to control the narrative that your clients, your friends, your family members, the leads that you're working with, the prospects that are coming in, to control, Casey, the narrative of what's going on in their head. Now, let me ask you something. What is the media and the news hammering right now about what's going on in the real estate market and economically? What are they telling us? It's the end of the world as we know it, right? If you turn on, and I'll do this for 10 minutes every single day. What's Fox saying? What's CNN? Not because I like the news, but I want to hear what's going on and what you are hearing. Our job is to control the narrative. Is it still a great time to buy? Yes or no? Is it a great time to sell? Yes or no? Absolutely. And here's the 4 cornerstones to controlling that narrative. Number 1, you need, every single person that I coach is digging deep and studying what is going on in the national market. There's a wonderful company out there called Keeping Current Matters. Big shout out to Childress. Big shout out to the entire organization. If you do not subscribe to them, I highly recommend it. They give you a lot of great information for you to turn around and tell data, write this down, data over drama. Data over drama. Because if you can give the data to your clients, what I believe is this, is that an educated and motivated consumer will always make more intelligent choices. How many of you guys agree with me on that? That if I take a buyer or a seller, I give them the data, they can make a more intelligent decision than if they're drama driven. Number 2, knowledge of your local MLS and the trends that are going on. Okay? Every single Monday, you should be looking at this going, what's happened in the last week? How does that compare to 6 months ago? How am I going to use this? How am I going to shoot a video out about this month, etc.? Number 3 is a big one. What does number 3 say, my friends? Your belief that it is still a good time to buy and sell. My friends, if you aren't sold on that, get the hell out of the business. Honest to goodness. Because if you cannot be convinced, how in the hell are you ever going to be? Let's go back there. If you are not convinced, you can never be what, guys? You can never be convincing. You can never be convincing. Right now, watch this. I'm going to give this to you guys in 30 seconds. 6 months ago, where were interest rates? Interest rates were in the high 3s, right? How much were you having to offer over a property to be able to actually get it accepted? You're having to offer 20 to 25% over ask price. We all know that as interest rates go up by 1%, it affects the affordability of a buyer by 10%. Now, interest rates have gone up by 1.5% or so. What are we right now? We're in the 5s, mid-5s right now. Is that where we are? So we've gone up 1.5%, right? That's 15% lost in affordability. However, now, are we getting offers accepted at ask price? Yes or no? Are we getting them below ask price in some cases, yes or no? So really, we're no longer going 25%. Follow me on this. That 25% has disappeared, but yes, we have to pay 15% more in terms of affordability. Holy shit, we're up 10%. Do you guys get that? I don't think you just did. Buyers are in a 5 to 10% better position than they were 6 to 12 months ago. That's what you need to be messaging over and over and over again. All right, guys? Until you see that, though, you will not be convincing. Make sense, guys? Now, I want you, I'm convincing you. Make sense? Estimated home performance, 9% 2022, 4.74% 2023. Normal market is a 3% appreciation. This is 2024, 2025, and 2026. When I said we're going to be in this for a haul, we got a couple of years ahead of us. This ain't going to be easy. It's gonna be tough. Anyone that tells you that it's not is trying to sell you something to make it easy. You know what's gonna make it easy? You getting off your ass and working it off, and turn to your partner and go, and you got some booty to work off, baby. Do me a favor, turn to your partner, look them up and down and go, you got some booty to work off, baby. I take offense to that. Grow up. But look, here's what's the challenge. The challenge is we've been running on the treadmill at 9.0, 10.0. That's fast. And then all of a sudden we pulled it down to 6.0, which is still fast. 6.0 is still a 10-minute mile. But it feels like we're going 2.0 because we're going 9.0, 10.0. Does that make sense, guys? Turn to your partner and go, it's just normal. By the way, the recession does not equal a housing crisis. Take a look at that. There's only two times in the last couple of years. 2008, we dropped by 19.7%. By the way, that was driven by real estate, so we understand that. But if you look at the 2020 recession, real estate went up 6%. You look at 2001, 6.6%. 1991, down 1.9%. Very tiny. Turn to your partner and go, it's very tiny, baby. 1981, 3.5%, 1980, 6.1%. And here's the projection. Here's the projection. Zillow, all the panelists that were asked, Case Schiller, you can look and you can see everyone is projecting home prices still to increase. They're just going to increase slower. Turn to your partner and go, it's just normal. Okay? Now here's what I would be doing. I'd be swinging that pendulum back. I'd be doing videos. Now, remember I said all great businesses are prospecting-based, marketing enhanced. This is not a substitute to you picking up the phone and doing your 3x5. This is an addition to. This is your educational process. This is you controlling the narrative. Why a recession doesn't mean a housing crisis. For the 6 last recessions, real estate performed. Inventory is nowhere close to its normal national level of pre-pandemic. The millennial demand, are the millennials still out there in droves? Yes. They're going, they're driving, they're bigger, they're badder. They are 33% of the entire U.S. population right now, my friends, and they have cash in hand and they still want to buy. Do you guys get that? And the ones that are coming in right now are coming in adopting. Yes, rates are where they are. I get that the market is. Any new buyers that you get and have gotten in the last 60 days, you should be celebrating it because they came into your site knowing what's going down right now. Does that make sense? Those suckers are motivated. And here's what I would tell you guys. We need to spend less time, Gail, talking to each other about the changing market and more time communicating and educating our clients about the reality of the market. If anyone in this room comes up to you and starts talking about the market, I want you to punch them in the throat. Whammo! Because you should not be having a conversation with each other unless it's to do this. My buddy, my partner, Mr. John Sheplak says, how many of you want to get paid like a pro athlete? Let me ask you a question. How many of you in this room would love to get paid like a pro athlete? Raise your hand, say aye. Some of you didn't raise your hand. How many of you would like to get paid like an amateur? Then when I ask the question, get your damn hand up. How many of you want to get paid like a pro athlete? Raise your hand. Serena Williams. I wrote this down. Serena Williams, $45.3 million annually. Tom Brady, $37.5 million annually. He's not even the highest paid NFL player. Do you know who he is? Dak Prescott. Be nice if you guys could win. All right. Cristiano Ronaldo, $120 million. Soccer player. Lionel Messi, $130 million. Tom Brady's practice, 5 hours a day. Serena Williams' practice, 4+ hours a day. Cristiano Ronaldo, 6 hours a day. If you want to get paid like a pro athlete, you have to practice your face off like a pro athlete. Does that make sense, my friends? Yes or no? But Bill, I don't like to role play. What do you like, being broke? If you're not going to practice with each other, you end up practicing on your clients. And that's a disservice to them. When you practice with each other, all it costs you, look at me, my friends, all it costs you is time. But when you practice on your clients, it costs you money, deals, lifetime. One last thing before we wind down here. Inspiro means to breathe life into. You look at Brent Gove and you say, that dude is just naturally inspired. Wasn't born that way. He didn't pop out and go, Brent. It is a process, it is a strategy that he goes through. This comes from my good buddy, Mr. T. Harv Eker. T. Harv Eker says, programming leads to our thoughts lead to our feelings lead to our actions lead to our results. My friends, you need to reprogram yourself because you're going to be up against it over the course of these next 2 or 3 years. This is what I call our Great 8 reset. You got to do 10 minutes of practicing. Everyone say, I love to practice on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. You got to attend gratefuls and wins. You got to do 10 minutes of exercise. Turn to your partner and go, you look smoking hot right now. Exercise more. You got to do 10 affirmations a day. I'm alive, excited, and full of energy. The unlimited wealth of this world now flows to me through both seen and unseen avenues. I love my life, and it shows, because right now, baby, I am the voice. I will lead, not follow, create, not destroy, believe it, not doubt. I'm a force for good, I'm a force for God. I'm a leader. Defy the odds, set a new standard. Step up, step up, step up. I now command my conscious and subconscious mind to give me all the power, passion, energy, influence, enthusiasm, humor, charm, joy, love, to do whatever it takes to help every single person in this room realize their God-given right for wealth, abundance, and joy. Yes! That's the shit I do every single day. What are you doing? I'm having coffee. 10 pages reading, 10 minutes of meditation, 10 minutes of digital auditory learning, etc. I need 3 more minutes with you guys, and I know I'm going to go over. The market will discipline those who fail to discipline themselves. Keep that in mind. What is the purpose of business? What is the purpose of business, my friends? The purpose of business is to fund a story-worthy life. That's me and my family. See, my friends, a couple of years ago, I recognized as a speaker, I was telling the same old damn stories, the stale, old stories over and over again. I was making great money. From the outside, Pipes looked like he had it down. From the inside, I was leading a life of quiet desperation. I was not inspired. I was punching the clock. And what I realized is the reason that happened is because I was not writing a great story. And I went on a tear. I started climbing mountains. I climbed Kilimanjaro. I climbed Aconcagua. I started getting better experiences and better stories. Does that make sense, guys? Because I was pushing myself. Now, here's what I want to leave every single one of you with here today. You are here to write a new story. Right or wrong, group, say yes. I'm sorry, are you here to write the same old story, just get by? Or, hey, I'm the next Veronica Figueroa. I'm the next Dan Beer. I'm the next Brent Gove. Better yet, I'm the next better version of myself. And when you write this story, my friends, when you write this story, make it big, so big that it scares you, that you can't go to sleep at night, that when you wake up in the morning, you've got that pit in your stomach. Number 2, make it bold. Bold, so that people look at you. When Brent said in Sacramento, I am going to have a room with 6,000 people in it, I guarantee you there were people saying, he's crazy. He's weird. You know what? Here's my mantra. I'd rather be crazy, weird, and rich than cool and poor any damn day, period. And number 3, what's the name of this event, my friends? I'm sorry, what's the name of this event? Build it with people you love. Build it with individuals that you care about. Build it with people that inspire you. Build it as the hero. Every single thing that you do has the chance to be heroic. You guys get that? You prospecting every single day. Damn it, that's heroic. You taking time off and spending with your family instead of going on a presentation and telling that seller, hey, I'm sorry, I've already got an appointment. It's with my family. That's heroic. You pouring into the people in your organization day after day after day. That's heroic. I want you to write this down. Write down, I am the hero. Write it down. I am the hero. I want you to remember this. Everyone say it for me on the count of 3. You ready? 1, 2, 3. What are you? That didn't sound like heroic to me. Stand up. Stand up. On the count of 3. I want you to tell me what you are, because you are writing this day by day, page by page, minute by minute, the actions you take. What are you? Turn to your partner and tell them, what are you? I am the hero. Turn to your other partner and tell them, what are you? Guys and gals, have an amazing day. Thank you so much. I appreciate you guys.